Dear Taurus, what I'm about to share with you may resonate deeply within your soul. Have you ever felt like the lone anchor in a family of chaotic storms? Have you looked around at the instability and wondered, how did I end up here? Why do I crave peace and security when everyone else seems to thrive on chaos? This feeling is not mere coincidence. It's a sign that something greater is at play in your life. You see, this isn't just a passing phase or your stubborn nature. It's a divine preparation for a destiny that is far beyond what you can currently envision. God is guiding you toward a path that requires you to step away from the limiting influences of your family, not out of anger or punishment, but because you have a unique mission that cannot thrive in an environment that does not support your true need for stability and peace. In the next few moments, I will explain why the circumstances unfolding in your life are leading you to distance yourself from family dynamics that have kept you feeling anxious and depleted. I'll share why you're being called to embrace a journey of building that your loved ones may not understand or support. Most importantly, I want to emphasize that this separation is not a tragedy. Rather, it is a vital liberation that allows you to become the person you were truly meant to be. However, I must caution you. What I'm about to reveal may challenge everything you believe about family loyalty, about tradition, and about what it means to distance yourself from those who raised you. The truth is, sometimes God calls us to paths that our families cannot comprehend. When this happens, we face a choice: remain in the chaos to appease our families, or embrace our greater destiny, even if it means laying the foundation alone for a while. Are you ready to discover that perhaps you were born into a family that wasn't meant to be your fertile ground, Taurus? You've always sensed that you were different from childhood. There was a calmness, a steadiness about you. You craved security, beauty, and a life you could build on solid ground. Yet, every time you tried to establish that order, someone in your family seemed to kick up a storm, reminding you that life was meant to be unstable. They taught you that wanting a comfortable, stable life was selfish or unrealistic. They believed they were acting out of love, trying to prepare you for the real world. But in truth, they were stifling your ability to build. They made you believe their chaos was normal, and your desire for peace was the exception. And God witnessed this. He saw a Taurian soul being worn down by those who loved you, but lacked the vision to support your gift for creating lasting value. That's why he began to gently pull you away, not abruptly, not cruelly, but through a series of orchestrated events designed to nudge you towards self-sufficiency. Perhaps it was a job opportunity in another city, the chance to buy your own piece of land, or financial and lifestyle conflicts that made coexisting unbearable. Each of these situations was divinely crafted to provide you with the space you need to build. You may have viewed these circumstances as obstacles or family issues to resolve, but in reality, they are divine interventions. They represent God's way of removing you from an environment that fails to recognize the value of stability, that doesn't celebrate your creative power, and that keeps you in a constant state of survival when you are destined to build an empire. For Taurus born between April 20th and April 30th, God is guiding you away from a family dynamic where your desire for a beautiful, secure life has been dismissed as shallow or materialistic. He wants you to start investing in your own self-worth and building a life that reflects your true values. If you were born between May 1st and May 10th, the separation you're experiencing is from a family trapped in a scarcity mindset, always worried about money and lack. God is creating opportunities for you to break that cycle and prove that you can create abundance and security for yourself. And for those born between May 11th and May 20th, God is calling you away from a family that lacks discipline and structure, causing constant instability. He needs you to build a legacy, and that requires a foundation they cannot provide. He wants you to discover who you truly are, free from the weight of their chaos and unrealistic expectations. Regardless of your birth date, all Taurus are undergoing a necessary separation. A separation that isn't about abandoning those you love, but about liberating yourself from those who are unintentionally eroding your foundation. Sometimes the people we cherish the most are the very ones who hinder our growth. Taurus, God isn't removing you from your family out of cruelty. He's doing it out of necessity. You have a mission in this life that far exceeds any family expectations. You were meant to build, to create stability, and to demonstrate to the world what's possible when someone patiently cultivates their own garden. And that mission cannot be fulfilled while you're busy patching up leaks in a crumbling dam. You were chosen to be an example to show that it's possible to break free from patterns of instability and create a prosperous, peaceful life. To illustrate that pursuing security and beauty even when others doubt you is not selfishness, and that persistence is not stubbornness. To fulfill this mission, you must liberate yourself from the scarcity mindset that your family may have instilled in you. You need to stop feeling guilty for wanting a better life. Accept that your tone nature is not a flaw to be fixed, but a gift to be celebrated. God is calling you to step out of your family zone of chaos and into a divine zone of creation, an elevated state of living that may initially be misunderstood by those who love you. This transition can be daunting because it means stepping away from the approval of those who have always been your role models. But here's the essential truth. You don't need your family's approval to be blessed. You don't need them to understand your blueprint to build your dream. You don't require their support to be stable. The approval that truly matters is God's approval, and you already possess that. He is leading you away from your family because He has a larger family waiting for you, a community of builders, creators, and artists who will recognize your worth, celebrate your persistence, and support you during tough times. People who will see you for the extraordinary being you truly are, destined for remarkable things. This new family won't be defined by blood, but by purpose. It won't be bound by obligation, but by choice. It won't love you despite who you are. It will love you precisely because of who you are. When you encounter these individuals, you will understand why God needed to remove you from your previous situation. Taurus, the process of separation occurring in your life is not a punishment, it's a promotion. God is elevating you to a level where you can express your tone nature fully, without fear, guilt, or the need to sacrifice your own peace for others' comfort. You may be feeling pain from this separation. You may be questioning whether you're making the right choices. You might feel guilty for prioritizing your own stability. But I need you to understand that this pain is temporary, while the regret of not following your calling would be eternal. God isn't punishing you for being ambitious. He's rewarding you for having the courage to be authentic. He's not punishing you for wanting peace. He's freeing you to create an oasis for the world. He's not taking you away from those who love you. He's bringing you to those who will love and value you. Throughout this journey, you'll uncover strengths you didn't know you possessed. You'll cultivate a self-reliance that doesn't depend on anyone's approval. You'll learn to make decisions based on what's right for you, not what's expected of you. You will become truly independent for the first time in your life. And when that transformation occurs, something magical will happen. You will become a source of inspiration for others who are navigating similar paths. You will demonstrate that it is possible to be loyal to your family without sacrificing your own peace. You'll show that it is possible to love those who raised you without accepting the limitations they impose. God is preparing you to be a master builder. Builders must possess the courage to lay the first stone alone. They need the strength to make unpopular decisions and the wisdom to recognize when it's time to step away from ground that is no longer fertile for their growth. In the coming months, you will notice that the differences between you and your family will become increasingly pronounced. Your values may seem incompatible with theirs. Your dreams for a stable future could appear unrealistic to them. Your perspective may seem foreign. All of this will bolster your confidence that you are on the right path. Don't waste your energy trying to convince them. Don't lower your standards to make them feel comfortable. Simply walk your path with assurance, knowing that God is guiding you towards something far greater than they can imagine. The separation that God is orchestrating in your life is also designed to teach you how to be whole in your own right. It will show you that your happiness doesn't depend on family approval. It will give you the chance to discover who you truly are when you're not striving to meet anyone else's expectations. When you realize this inner wholeness, you will find that you can love your family in a much healthier way, without emotional dependence, without needing validation, and without fear of disappointing them. You will love them for who they are, not for who you wish they could be. God is taking you away from your family to teach you that you don't need anyone else to be happy. You don't need approval to be valuable, and you don't need permission to be extraordinary. When you learn these lessons, you will become a more interesting person, more confident, and more attractive to the right people. The new life that God is preparing for you will be filled with individuals who celebrate you, not merely tolerate you. It will be filled with opportunities that honor your talents, not squander them. It will be filled with experiences that expand you rather than limit you. But to reach this new life, you must have the courage to leave the old one behind. You need to accept that sometimes God calls us to solitary paths so we can unearth our inner strength. Understand that not everyone will comprehend your journey, and that's perfectly okay. Taurus, what you're experiencing is not a coincidence. It's a divine calling, a summons to a higher level of living that requires you to detach from family opinions. It's an opportunity to explore what you're truly capable of, when you're not trying to fit into expectations that don't resonate with your soul. During this process, you may feel isolated at times. You may question whether you're making the right choices. You may even miss the comfort of family, even if that comfort comes at the expense of your authenticity. But remember, you are never truly alone. God is with you every step of the way. And when you look back, you'll realize that every challenging moment, every family conflict, and every situation that compelled you to step away was a blessing in disguise. It was God liberating you from a foundation of sand to grant you access to a realm of infinite possibilities. The separation that God is initiating in your life isn't permanent. It's transformative. When you reconnect with your family, and you will, you'll be a different person, more confident, more fulfilled, and more capable of loving without dependence, supporting without sacrificing, and being present without losing yourself. They will notice the change in you. They will see that you have become stronger, more inspiring, and more interesting. Many will want to understand how you achieved this transformation. You will have the opportunity to demonstrate that it is possible to pursue your dreams without losing the love of your family. But before you reach that point, you must undergo the process of separation and discovery. You need to learn how to be happy on your own. You must develop your independent identity. You need to uncover your own values, your own priorities, and your own dreams. God is granting you this opportunity because He knows you are capable of seizing it. He recognizes the Taurian strength within you that can not only endure separation, but thrive from it. He sees in you a potential for creation that can only be cultivated when you stop fixing and start building. Taurus, embrace this divine calling. Accept that you were chosen for something greater than mere family conformity. Recognize that your true nature is not something to be hidden or minimized, but something to be celebrated and fully expressed. Understand that God is taking you from your family, not as punishment, but out of love. When you fully embrace this process, you will find that the separation that once felt painful is actually the gateway to a richer, more fulfilling life, one that aligns with who you truly are. You will come to realize that God knew precisely what He was doing when He decided to remove you from an environment that limited you. And when your new life is established, when you are standing strong in all your true glory, building things that your former family never imagined possible, you will understand clearly why God had to take you from where you were to bring you to where you belong. The process has already begun. The signs are everywhere. Your liberation is in motion. The only question that remains is, will you resist this divine call or embrace it fully? Will you attempt to maintain the status quo, or will you have the courage to become who you were always meant to be? God is calling you away from your family for a reason, because you possess a mission that far exceeds any family expectations, because you were made to build on a scale they can't even fathom, because you have a destiny that requires complete freedom to fulfill. The choice is yours. But the call has already been made deep within your own heart. You already know the right answer. If this message resonates with you, if you see your own life reflected in these words, please share your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences may help other Taurus navigating the same divine separation. Subscribe to the channel now for more guidance on how to navigate this transition, deal with family guilt, find your new tribe, and fully embrace your Taurian destiny. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any messages that can support you in this journey of liberation. God is guiding you away from your family because He has something far better prepared for you. Trust the process, embrace the call, step into your destiny.